Hello and welcome to rulesport.com. Today we're going over Tuesday, June 15th games, and we're going to use the Sun paper, thanks to them, for some of their summaries. One of the big games yesterday was Hungary versus Portugal, and we'll see Ronaldo. He was in the press even before the game started, as he moved away the Coke bottles and moved the water bottles and said drink water instead of Coke. I think it was that interview was in Portuguese, but still quite symbolic. You know, he is an archetype of the super football player, and looking after his image and looking after kids' health and young adults' health. So that's quite good, quite impressive of him. And you have to say, even at 36 years old, he's quite possibly one of the most handsome football players out there. So an excellent role model. And then in the game, he went on to prove it as well. 3-0, he scored 2 penalty and a goal in open play. So very good job to him. But what you'll see is that if you're skilled in low-level telepathic knockout, then instead of going for a Christensen level knockout where he falls and collapses, you can do a low level knockout on not only just one member of the team, but multiple levels of the members of the team. So if you're taking away 10% of 4 or 5 of the players in the key positions, then they don't work harmoniously together, do they? So it's much easier for other teams to score goals. So Hungary was a good example of low level multiple telepathic knockouts in the course of play. And then we had, of course, the French game, which was quite fun. And you see that Greenpeace are trying to learn the telepathic knockout, but they've taken a different approach. So yes, Greenpeace are having a go at the telepathic knockout, but they've decided to parachute into the stadium with in some form of protest. But they ended up effectively having a crash landing, and shards and debris from the plane and structures in the stadium started falling and injuring the players, not players, but the members of the audience, the spectators. And indeed, they even had a go at trying to get the French coach. So as they say here, and shoot idiot. They're great, I love it. A Greenpeace activist parachuted into the stadium before the France-German game last night, hitting several fans who ended up in hospital. Just before kickoff, he descended over the stands, causing France's boss Didier Deschamps to duck before landing on the pitch in Munich. UEFA called it reckless and dangerous. Yeah, reckless and dangerous. So if you want to do a telepathic knockout, don't parachute into the middle of the stadium. Sit in your living room and practice the techniques that come from rulesport.com. It's a lot easier, a lot safer, and you can do it anonymously. Simple, simple. You'll see. You'll really enjoy it. So that's a bit of fun, but one other thing which is quite interesting, since we're talking about moving the bottle, saw that Pogba moved the bottle during his press interview, and he moved a Heineken bottle out of view when he was doing his interview, which is quite interesting, right? The catching of memes, the catching of ideas. So Cristiano Ronaldo moves a bottle of water, and Pogba moves a bottle of an alcoholic brand, because that's what he believes in. Doesn't believe in alcohol as part of his belief system. So fair enough. That's that's the way it is. But I can tell you that the marketing guys of those various companies will be well pissed off. They might spin it and say, "Oh, all news is good news, bad news is good news," but they'll be well pissed off because they're having superstars in football rejecting their products publicly. So you see, there's a lot going on in sport, all very interesting, but for the purpose of a sports bettor and the purposes of your pocketbook, you'll be wanting to learn and master the telepathic knockout. You'll know that we have the electro-telepathic knockout service. We have the MP3s, which are the bone generators that input telepathic knockout capability directly into your skeletal system. come and learn more about it. Get a consult session with me. I'm St. Nick. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the sports.